goes through Chicago.
For the right to head down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 58, it's NFC Championship time. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
A good run on first down. It's got him very close to the line to gain, just shy of the 35.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. They run the option on second down. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Off the option, here's Henry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback, they were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And that is no good. This game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? But a long one, and he can't connect. Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that will be incomplete. Scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. Watch them. They remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
From the 50, here's Fields. This will go to Henry out, and it's a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. To throw again on second down, Mahomes. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Right here, one time.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That's now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Onto the field now come the Bears. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that loss.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now Fields. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? It doesn't really matter. Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. And call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The speeds that linebackers are running nowadays, they run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down is Logan Christopher. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen. Shake it off.
The end result, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Fields.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. From the 45 on 2nd down.
Fields.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
First down carry for Henry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 41, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit, and let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long. Here's Fields. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. He's going to have the first down and then some. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event not getting to them early.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Off the option, here's Henry.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
This is caught.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see Charles come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a first. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bears have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game.
And boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Take it a yard or so past the 20, called it the 21. The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now Mahomes. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Pass incomplete. The offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on the first.
Just like the run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
The Chicago offense set to get started. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything.
Fields.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. That's taken on the 25. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done.
And they will take over 1st and 10. New York's offense back out there and set to go.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And the catch made by Hopkins.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
Well, hang on here. DeAndre Hopkins is shaken up, so we're going to have a pause for an injury. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Mahomes going to throw.
That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it.
And this effort will be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll be a pickup of 14, but still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Going for it, it's Mitchell.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop it for no gain. He needed 2, but he doesn't come anywhere close. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They begin with Henry. And he's got room.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Build that momentum offense. Get some points on the trick play.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now it's Fields.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Will be incomplete. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. 3 yards on Michael Hester there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Bears take over. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Henry running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On 2nd down, here's Fields.
Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43.
A shotgun snap, Fields. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Back to throw, Fields.
Working the middle, and he's got it complete to Akins, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Fields.
Henry's got it out on the left side. And out of bounds right around the 20. Looking to throw again on second down.
Fields.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reynolds. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. They just keep marching right along. First down on the pickup of 8 there.
Brian Daboll reaching for that challenge flag, and he's going to have the officials review this call. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that review working out well for Brian Daboll. He wins that challenge. Throwing again is Fields.
This pass complete to Reynolds. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Again to Henry. Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Fields now to throw.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Henry.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Play action. It's Fields.
Touchdown, Bears! Kenny Yeboah, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So that drive spans 13 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Mahomes.
This is Shenault on the receiving end.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
And they're going to get him down right short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Gain of just a yard. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Logan Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line.
He'll start with a give to Henry.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Fields.
That's into the hands of Reynolds.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Fields into the hands of Thielen, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Fields throwing again.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack.
Fields. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Here's 1st and goal. And gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on third downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this first and goal.
Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal. To the air again, Fields. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself from opposition so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the Buffalo Bills who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first two quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rout.
Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it.
Meanwhile, for the Bears, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now here's Mahomes. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Shaquille Leonard able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. But just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Henry again on second down.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third.
Here's Fields.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete.
And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on third down. Here's another conversion. And now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it first and goal.
Now Fields. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. This is third and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Adam Thielen from 3 yards out.
And the Bears continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Adam Thielen.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Giants ready to come out now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Aaron Donald. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He's stopped at the 25. Do get 10 back, but still a ways to go.
I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Able to slither by. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has the finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coach just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Is needed.
Fields on first down.
And this complete to Henry over the middle.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now an option play on second down.
Good footwork at the 30. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Fields.
Flushed out right. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Big yardage there on the scramble. Gets him the first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts more than 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. For this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for a sack. Carlos Dunlap able to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big. And now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Well, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going, and that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. Over the middle, complete. That's Reynolds. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
The Partners still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Fields on 3rd down.
Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Reynolds.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Second down at 5. Back to throw, Fields.
Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Adam Thielen. His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bears get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New York ready to go again offensively.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
On the counter, Mitchell. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This is an offense that continues to struggle this season.
They're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this will be taken at the 13.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field.
And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw, it's Mahomes.
That's going to be caught. It's Shenault.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. On 1st down, Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Laviska Shenault.
32 yards.
And the Giants are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Adam Thielen, he gets set to go again with the rest of this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. Gets by him at the 25. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Henry up the middle. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
This offense gets set for a new series. We take a look at Laviska Shenault leading him out.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. To throw again on second down. Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald, his second sack of the night.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Warren. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. One thing I think it's safe to say defensively, the tackle has been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Logan Cook now, standing just about on his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And you can bet that they are starting to sense it now. That George Halas trophy nearly theirs. Their spot as NFC champions, oh so close as they try to finish this one off.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
82 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd, here's an option play right. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
2nd and 10. On the draw, here's Mitchell.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Pressure, and he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
When this game is done, and the credit that go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback is a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working, and keep it going.
Here's Logan Cook now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And take it right on the 30. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They could definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway. meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. For him now in the ball game as he goes over the century mark with the AFC title on the line. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Inside handoff, Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And New York set to take the field. And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the 4th. Flush, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball across purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes to the right side and complete to Thomas. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Kwiatkowski able to maneuver in for the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
The Bears now ready to take over again. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, they go again with Henry.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. They'll try the right side with Henry. Room here to run. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
123 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
A first down carry for Henry.
And he'll work down inside the 45. The Bears will be shuffling on to the Super Bowl. They are the NFC champs as we say goodnight, everybody.
Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game.